Today we're going to be mowing Joe's ditch bank. This property is incredibly beautiful, especially for Indiana, and this machine is very well suited for the job. So I hope you enjoy. We shot this episode back in October, but we've just now got time to publish it. We think it'll be a nice respite from the winter blahs. Hey, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe. Press that notification bell so you can stay up to date. And while you're there, press the like button. We really appreciate you watching our videos. Joe, it's been almost a year.
It has
Maybe
been.
even a whole year since
Yes.
we've been here. I think we mowed here on this ditch bank last time.
Yep, about this time last year, you cleaned it up for me, and here again, much appreciated.
Now, last year when we were here, you were telling us about your burns that you had got with your accident on your little UTV. How's that doing?
Quite well. I'm lucky to be alive. Very blessed to fully healed up with just a few minor scars on my ear and my back, but
Oh my goodness.
I was very blessed to be around.
Folks, if you haven't heard that story, go back to our video. We'll put a card up here in the corner. Quite a story. In a nutshell, Joe's UTV blew up. It's an amazing story, and I'm really thankful to see you.
Yeah.
To see you here. So now we started here with this ditch. Oh, I don't know. It's been a year and a half. I guess it was early last spring, wasn't it, when we started digging it out, or maybe even before
2
that.
years ago.
Maybe
yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years.
So our objective then, there was just so much silt in it, all the way along it. So my question is, has it silted back in? Is it doing okay?
No, it's doing really well. It's holding up, and actually up until late summer, it actually looked really nice. My sprayer got clogged up, and I got sidetracked, and I let the weeds grow a little thicker than I had been letting it go, but I got them all killed, so we should be cleaned up and good looking in the spring. But yeah, it's holding up really nicely.
Yeah. Now I did notice something like this has to be maintained. This costs a lot of effort, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
It doesn't really matter what kind of equipment you have. It just costs a lot of effort. I noticed up there when I was mowing on one side that looks like we're still having some erosion off of that one side there.
Yeah, that one area.
May have to put some more rocks along that to keep
Yeah.
that from. It seems like it's always in a turn.
Yep.
If it's turning a little bit.
Exactly right. So I, letting this fescue grow up with the wildflowers though was a nice little safety measure for me, because I otherwise would be probably mowing, and one of these days that erosion on the turn might take me down in the creek with the mower on top of me. So
yeah.
So this little fescue and wildflower project actually serves a lot of purposes. It keeps me from having to weed whip it every week, which would be an enormous amount of work, but a little bit of a safety feature. And
yeah, when we started, it was really unpredictable, and when we dug it out that first time, we kind of built a little more of a square edge, made it a little easier to get closer to, and that seems to have stuck with it pretty well.
Yeah.
How about the rest of your property? We did some work up by your pool.
Yeah, the drainage and the new project with the rocks there, it's held up really well. When we had that heavy rain, I actually have a new project for us because of that heavy rain. But the trench we put in with the rocks works perfectly. Doesn't wash anywhere near the pool anymore. But the drainage pipe over here, with that flooding, it kind of washed out, and so my little gravel road's got a basketball-sized hole in it.
There's a tile hole,
yeah.
a hole where it's run right through your driveway.
Probably need Johnny to help me rip that up and put a new one down.
That'll be good practice. I need to do the same thing at my house. My driveway entrance is not wide enough for all these big trailers and everything. I'm not sure your gate's hardly big enough for my new trailer. I'm going to have to remember to bring the small stuff. Yeah, you're carrying around a piece of the top of your trailer or your gate. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Well, okay. Well, I better get going again here. But I just wanted to kind of remind folks of where we were in the last year and what we've done. But this is I think it's looking good.
Yeah, looking very nice. We'll be very pleased and off my back.
I saw her up there. She's doing some limb trimming and
Some
stuff.
very serious trimming this week going on, so.
So I tell you, it's a beautiful time of year to do this kind of stuff. So.
There is.
Okay.
Joe mows all he can of this roadside with his zero turn. I think he does a pretty good job. That looks pretty steep back there that he's actually trying to mow. But this end down here, he just can't quite get. I guess I should bring the Tough Cut front-mounted brush cutter and try it on that roadside. I think it might do a little bit better job, might leave it looking a little bit cleaner than what this sickle bar can do. Still, it's kind of fun to mow this bank with the boom mower. I can reach almost all the way up the bank and keep the mower on the flat level ground. I got almost all of it. I have a little trouble reaching right up there by that signpost, and I have a trouble trimming close right next to this concrete barrier. The sickle bar is spring-loaded. If it encounters something hard, like a pile of dirt like that, it will spring itself backwards. And then as soon as you get away from the obstacle, it springs itself back forward. This flexibility helps to protect the rest of the boom. And from the eyes of the operator, if it starts to come backwards, you know that you maybe need to adjust the cutting height or stop and back up. It's just a normal part of mowing with it. Now here I don't have much room between a tree on my left and the bank of the ditch on my right, so it's kind of hard for me to make a turn. The Ventrac with the boom mower is very well suited for this particular project. I enjoy doing it each year, and we really appreciate our partnership with Ventrac, which allows us access to this fancy tractor and this incredibly fancy mower attachment. I've often asked myself what other attachment I would use to help Joe mow this ditch bank if I didn't have the Ventrac Boom Mower. And I really don't have a good answer. The Rhino 10-foot flex swing would get a lot of it mowed, but I'm afraid it wouldn't leave it in really good condition because I'd kind of have to drag it over the edge of the bank. And it would be difficult to get in here with that large of a mower anyway. I could use a tractor mount rear sickle bar mower to mow most of it if I had one, but I don't. With the equipment I have right now, I think I probably would choose the 3-point attached brush mower and back into the ditch at a 90-degree angle, a little bit at a time, back and forth until I got it all mowed. Yeah, this would be slow, but it would still beat a weed eater.
You can see me here in the background. I'm trying to fly the drone and take video with our large camera at the same time. Not really an easy task.
And then she just disappeared. Poof.
Joe, I gotta ask, have you gotten a tractor?
I have not, Tim, but that's why I need you.
See, I thought maybe, yeah, see, I guess it is good to feel needed, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm overdue, but I
So-
haven't made the purchase yet.
Have you thought about it at all?
Oh yes, I need something with a bucket for sure.
Need a loader bucket.
Yeah, I need a loader and a bucket to get some stuff done around here. But
Well, based on what I've seen you do, you're a DIY type guy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
really enjoy getting out.
absolutely, yeah.
And you've got the place looking beautiful, but yeah, I think you need a loader bucket.
Yep.
Well, Joe, you want to give it a run?
Oh, I don't know about that. I gave it a run last year, and it's pretty tricky, but no, it's an impressive tool, and you're a pretty good marksman on it, so I think I'll let you keep running it.
Okay, well that's okay. I tell you what, it'd be a lot of weed eater time to get down
Yeah,
in there.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess I'm amazed at how I can get down in there. Sometimes I can get all the way down in and still have it flat and cut right on the bottom of the,
Yeah.
of the ditch. And,
Yeah, and angles in on the bank nicely and really cleans up a lot that would take a full week worth of weed whip.
For me, it would. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. A lot of breaks and maybe a small heart attack.
Well, we better just go ahead and use this. then.
Yes, I think so.
Joe's right, it is a little bit tricky to operate. There's a lot of hydraulics going on, but it really doesn't take that long to catch on. It is kind of a mental challenge. I have to stay focused and I have to concentrate. Maybe this is my version of a video game. If you're here in Indiana and you've got a project that you think would fit this or any of our attachments, let us know. You can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, or less reliably right here in the comments section. I say less reliably because I don't get notifications of every comment. Most of them I do, but sometimes the notifications don't seem to come through.
Well, I guess that does it for the mowing.
Yeah, it sure does. It looks great, and you're a good friend to have, Tim.
Well, you're a good friend to have, Joe. I really appreciate coming out here and kind of getting to enjoy your property with
Well,
you, even if it's only once or twice a year.
Yeah, it's a big help and a wonderful tool for the job.
But I still think you need a tractor.
I do. That I do. And I'll let you sell that to my wife and we can expedite it that way.
We offer consulting services. Christy,
For tractor purchases.
Christy offers, finance committee consulting to try to see if she can smooth that over. And Joe, really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.